You can't see him yet, but there's somebody who's about to interview me. This came up in conversation last night. Never get into conversation over beers about what you're going to do tomorrow, because this is what happened. So I was telling my story, and somebody wants to, I guess, expand on that story. So here, I will press the camera so that you can see this person here. We have Mr. Kim Richardson, and Kim is going to interview me today. How are we doing, Kim?
I'm doing great, Bruce. So much fun last night watching a hockey game and having a few beers.
We didn't help the team.
No, we didn't. Well, I will tell you, I've known you for a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I learned some things about you with your career that I think people should know about.
Okay.
And, you're always interviewing everybody else and do such a great job.
Thank you.
So today, we're going to just turn the table a little bit. And I'm going to ask you some questions like you would do with other folks.
Okay.
So let's get rolling.
We only have a few minutes, right? Like, this is not a half-hour show.
No, and that's fine. Let's keep it compact. But you were telling some stories last night about your career path.
Yeah.
And I just found it very intriguing. So help me out here.
Okay.
Start where we were last night. About your career path, what you did, what you didn't want to do, how you wanted to work for yourself, how you didn't want to be told what to do. Elaborate, please.
Oh, okay. So we go back to 1982. No, we won't go back that far. But no, I think last night the conversation was on what I was looking for in a career. And we were talking about money. And, of course, a lot of people are looking for money, and they think, get the job with the most money. And that's not how I've worked. And I think you're similar, because we're similar personalities. We go by what we like to do and what we think we're good at, and then see how we can make. And that's what's worked for me. And so I've always had good careers. I've always had good companies that I've worked for. I started in the moving industry, and then I moved over into the freight side. I was an owner-operator very early on, which they tell you don't do. I did it. I did all the mistakes I tell people don't do. I did it. That's why I know they're mistakes. But I've always enjoyed the job. I've always enjoyed the trucks. I enjoy the people. I still love the people. I can't get enough of these conferences for some reason. I don't know why.
That's your environment. I think that's where you're most happy.
I just love
when
it.
you're around people and you're collaborating. You're such a great communicator.
Yeah.
But this money part.
Yeah.
You and I dived a little deeper last night. Because when you're doing what you love, it's not work, and you talked a little bit about that, and about how the money will follow. So,
well, the money always follows, because if you're enjoying what you're doing and people see the enthusiasm in what you're doing, it's like cleaning a truck. The boss didn't tell me to polish the truck. I polished the truck because I love the truck. I love the pride of the industry. Well, when they see that, they kept giving you a new truck. When they see that you're on time, they kept giving me a better run. I didn't try that. I wasn't saying, I'm going to impress the boss. The whole brown, and I do have a brown nose, literally. But the whole brown nosing thing was not what I was trying to do. I was just enjoying the job. I wanted it to be the best I could be at it. And by that, I got good runs, good money, worked for good companies. I can't remember the last time I actually applied for a job. Like, it's, right, in this industry, once your name gets out there, that especially if you're a good driver on time, people are calling you. You're not applying for jobs the way you see. I've never walked around a job fair going, anyway, never done that in my whole life.
And you're diversified too.
Yeah.
You've done a good job at diversifying what you do and the different businesses that you're involved in. But and we talked about this last night too. Yeah. When I define Bruce Outridge and Outridge Enterprises, things that you do. Yeah. And I mentioned this last night. I meant it from the bottom of my heart. You always under promise and over deliver.
That's right.
You're always on time. You're very professional. Yeah. But that comes from your love of the career, which in turn the money follows.
And that came from trucking. So when people say, well, trucking doesn't offer anything, I beg to differ. I have argued that time and time again, because everything I've learned to doing this was because of the trucking industry.
Okay,
right?
So this can't be very long. I know that.
No.
And this is totally unrehearsed.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a few questions so people know a little bit.
I feel like I'm on a lightning round.
Inside, yeah. Well, kind of. Yeah, so kind of. And you know what? This is just a real icebreaker when you're meeting new people. Yeah. And I do it quite regularly when I'm out and about. What's your favorite food?
Definitely curry chicken.
Curry chicken. Favorite movie of all time?
Smokey and the Bandit.
See how quick these answers are? Favorite color?
Well, black's not really a color artist-wise, but I would say blue then.
Okay, blue. And first car?
First car. Oh, my dad sold me an old Chrysler Fury 4-door. That thing was a tank. 318, you couldn't kill it.
How do we always remember our first car?
I know, $50. I bought about 4 cars off my dad and realized I have to go somewhere else because his cars never lasted more than 2 or 3 months. But yeah, the Fury was the first one I had from him.
And what about favorite sport?
Favorite sport, hockey, as what I played. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask your favorite team because I'm afraid.
No, I don't actually have a favorite team.
Well, that's good. That's good. This has been great.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and thanks for wanting to interview me. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow when we go drinking tonight. No, I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. One interview per session is how this goes. Kim, thanks for all you do, man. You guys are a top-notch school. We've worked together decades now. I met Matt before I met you. I met at Fergus, way back in the Fergus Truck Show days. But yeah, you guys are upstanding. You're always at these events. You treat me good. You treat other people good. You've got a good name in the industry, so thank you for doing that. And thanks for interviewing me on my own show.
Yeah, well,
it's going to be the Kim Richardson show next time. That's what we're going to do.
Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.